Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. Hope everyone's doing alright. I myself am doing pretty okay. As you can see, I don't know if you did see, if you took a gander at it, we are on a win streak of 8. Now, I, for one, am very happy to say that that is awesome. I love the fact that we are on a win streak of 8. I feel happy, you know, I'm gonna be real with you. A part of me feels happy because it's like, I did that. I don't know how I managed to essentially record 8 episodes in a row, excluding or including maybe some challenges, where I happened to just go crazy on 8 runs. And in that case, like, goated, you know? Sorry to get a little meta, you know, goated. I'm excited. I'm happy. Anyways, that aside, we are going to be attempting to do Mother Keeper. So I'm gonna be real. If there's any fans out there coming for the Isaac gameplay, hoping, oh my god, wait, Tony might be able to keep up a solid win streak for once. Yeah, it's most definitely probably gonna end today. Because Mother is just IMO. Too hard for me. They're not even a chance. There is most likely we are going to fail. And we are gonna die. And we're not gonna make what I want, you know, we're not gonna get what I want it to happen. And that is, we're not gonna get a 9 win streak or even a 10 win streak. And you know what? That's fine. I'm not doing this for the win streak. You feel me? I ain't here for the win streak. I'm here to play games and whatnot and such not. You feel me? Oh my god. Yo. I don't know why I thought that would do anything. I'm gonna be real. I genuinely don't know where the thought came from of that doing something. Anyways, hope everyone's doing alright. I myself, I'm doing pretty okay. I'm just trying to chill, I guess, go about my day nice and lovely or whatever. You know, I got family over. I did record the 2 episodes. That was essentially Sunday and Saturday's recordings. However, I ended up not being able to record the last episode, which was episode fucking, what was it again? Monday's episode. And unfortunately for me, I am going to be sleeping in not my room where I record. And so I can't, what's the word? I can't stay up late to make this recording. So I gotta do it now. I gotta do it now while no one's here. And hopefully we'll be able to swallow a penny. Sick. Make do or something, you know, whatever the saying is. Anyways, hope everyone else is doing alright, you know, chilling. I'm just trying to get this recording out. You know, trying my best to have fun or whatever. Hope everyone's going about their day nice and lovely. I'm repeating myself. Anyways, as for a topic, I mean, truth be told, I don't necessarily got much of something I want to speak on, you know? Usually, sometimes I'll have a topic of like some opinion I have I want to go over or something along those lines. Unfortunately for y'all today, don't got that. Instead, I can just maybe recap some things in life or something, you know, anecdotes, stories, whatever Tony got lying around, or just plans for the future. Oh, I should have been using that way more. Plans for the future of the channel or something like that. I don't necessarily have any kind of crazy cracked plans in the future, other than, you know, I will say I got back to Black Ops 4. I was playing not Ancient Evil. I was playing a little bit of 9 the other day. I'm gonna be real with you, man. A part of me wants to make a video on 9 so bad, but a part of me also doesn't want to make a new episode in the, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? A part of me doesn't want to make a new episode in a short series or like a small dive into series because of the fact that I haven't like done anything yet. You know what I mean? you guys might not, I don't know, I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about, but like, in the series so far, I've only made episodes Noct and... Oh, that's goated. In the series, I've only made an episode for Noct and an episode for Verrückt. So, leading up to think it would... I would have to make maybe like a... an episode for... What's it called? I would have to make an episode for Shinonuma. And trust me, I'm not against Shinonuma. I think it's a very fine map. I think it's very good. I would love to make an episode for Shinonuma. However, I don't know what it is. You know, I'm gonna be real. And when I was younger, / growing up, I used to always think, wow, YouTubers, like, they be uploading so inconsistent or whatever, you know, like when it comes to like a series of theirs or some kind or whatever, you know. And in my mind, I was like, why didn't they just... I don't know. Why don't you just work on whatever it is that you plan to work on? I don't think it'd be that bad. And I will say, very ignorant take of Tony there. I think that's a very ignorant take of Tony, for Tony to have. And you know, my bad, I guess I'll say. To start off with, that's like a on me, that's on my bad, you know, I know that's kind of messed up to say. However, another part of me, growing up, kind of started realizing like, oh, I think I was dumb to think people can get YouTube videos out like, you can't hear it, but I'm snapping my fingers to just get videos out like clocked in like that, you know what I mean? And so part of me was like, oh, you know, I know there's a lot of work that goes into making videos, but also like sometimes, you know, I wish they just pumped out videos more often, stuff like that. Now, I will say, I do think that take I provided is definitely a more grounded, like, oh, you know, making videos takes a lot of effort, but sometimes it feels like there's an ungodly amount of time in between recordings and such, or like in between when videos are uploaded. And a part of me has always kind of been like, I wonder what's up with that, you know? But now that I have started doing this as a hobby, and you know, a part of me wants to make the content because I love making the content. Part of me wants to do it. I kind of understand where a lot of like YouTubers were coming from back in the day, you know what I mean? I will say, definitely not to the degree of where I'm gonna be out here saying content creation is a harder job than working a 9 to 5. I think anyone who says that with like real intent in their heart is kind of a fucking idiot. Excuse my language. But like, I think that is definitely true. And honestly, truth be told, the only reason why I say I kind of understand where a content creator would come from in my scenario is because I also like work like I guess I would say a real job, and not to, you know, what's the word I'm thinking of? Devalue anyone who does content creation or any sort of thing like that. But, you know, working, you know, I guess it's the term I used, and it's the term that I will still use because I think most people will understand what I mean when I say, like, I work like a real job, you know what I mean? I don't upload content and then people watch it and I just get a free paycheck, you know what I mean? Like, I actually, once again, not to devalue, I walked out before he spat out whatever it is he was gonna spit, and now I wasted a key. Not to devalue any sort of people out there, you know, who do content creation as like more than just a hobby, you feel me? Because the last thing I'd ever want to do is actually like offend or hurt someone who is genuine about what they do. But I'm also not gonna sit here and just like kind of let someone lie, be like, dude, content creation is so hard, like people wouldn't understand. And it's like, brother, I think you don't understand it, you know? I'm gonna be real. I don't think you understand. Because a part of me is like, in what universe is content creation hard, man? You just... AI artists when they have to sit on their ass and type phrases all day. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. But you know, to defend myself, to get back onto what I was saying here, I understand where it comes from, because a part of me has not been, you know, it's not that I don't want to make the video, trust me, I really do want to make the small dive into Shi No Numa video. But I'm like, one, getting in my own head about like, what would I even talk about, you know, stuff like that. Two, a part of me is like, I would have to set aside a whole day to essentially record the going over and stuff like that. Another part of me, three, is also kind of like, I don't know necessarily how I might want to do it, you know? A part of me might want to make it scripted. I still have yet to decide. A part of me wants to make it scripted to a degree, so I can at least go over cool facts I want to tell you guys about, you know, all these things that I have learned. A part of me has wanted to essentially move away from a small dive and kind of make it more so like an in-depth guide into, you know, how these maps came to be, how the maps were produced to us, and stuff like that. A part of me wants to make it kind of like that, but you know, I'm torn. Creatively, I'm very torn, and I feel bad about it, because it's like, what do I have to be torn about, kind of, you know what I mean? I don't know, and it's not like I can necessarily gauge any opportunity or ask a friend this kind of whole ordeal, you feel me? Tony, why can't you ask a friend? Because it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't ask a friend because my friends don't watch my content, and that's not a bad thing, but I need to gauge from my audience, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. Because I don't know. I know I do, specifically my Isaac videos I make for myself, but a part of me wants to, one, make the COD Zombies videos as something I would watch, but also as like a, not history book is definitely not the right term, or like the history of something, but a part of me wants to make it in a sense where it's like, it's something I can share with people as like a, I share my love for this thing. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna fucking kill myself. I don't know what to do. Like, I couldn't fucking escape it, man. Whatever. Honestly, what might be one of the biggest fucking throws I've ever had aside, my friends don't watch my content. I can't necessarily be like, hey, what do you guys want to see, or whatever. I need to ask kind of my audience, hey, what do you guys want to see? But also, a part of me is kind of thinking, like, what do I want to see? And I'm gonna be real, I don't know. I'm torn. If you were to ask me, Tony, what do you want out of those videos? I don't know. I don't know if I want to make them scripted. I don't know if I want to make them just kind of like off the cuff the way the previous ones were, where I just ramble about the map, you know, in like a non-cohesive way or whatever. I'm torn, brother. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm torn, and I don't know how to go about it. So that's why that hasn't been uploaded. It hasn't even been made, you know? A part of me is just like, I don't know what to do with it. That's what it is. A part of me is just like, I don't know what to do with it. Do I F it, we ball, or do I, you know, try to make something a little bit more creative, one might say? Granted, I don't think I necessarily have the power in my, you know, I don't have the editing knowledge, I don't have like the scripting experience, stuff like that, to, I think, make that high quality content sort of deal. You feel me? I think I remember talking with my another friend of mine. I remember speaking with him about content creation in the past, and I remember being like, you know, if you were to make one video, you know, you were to make a video that you want to make, what would that be? And a part of me I was torn between making like a kind of love letter-esque video, you know what I mean? Where I just gush about something that I enjoy greatly. And a part of me was thinking Resident Evil 4, because that's one of my favorite games of all time. If not my favorite game of all time. And most recently, a part of me is kind of thinking I should do the same with Call of Duty. Specifically Black Ops Zombies. The entire zombies, like, story thing, you know? I fucking go cuckoo for that shit, man. And so, I'm just, you know, I don't know. I don't know. But I remember mentioning to my friend, if you were to make a kind of YouTube video, what would you want to make? You know, make something that you want to make. And I said, I want to make this kind of video, you know, where I absolutely go over how much I love Resident Evil 4 or something like that, or love this one thing. But a part of me, because I love it so much, I want to give it the time, the respect, the effort that it deserves, or the effort that I believe it deserves, you know? That's how I view it. So a part of me is like, I would want to make that video, but I wouldn't want to make that with the skill I have. I would need to be making videos, getting good at editing, getting decent at making scripts, and only then would I make like my passion project. But like a super passion project, you know what I mean? Job economy so bad I started following my dreams type shit. Like this video, I need to make sure I have the skills, I have the experience to make it the absolute peak video that I would want it to be, you know? And like I said, I think it has slightly changed. Dude, Lodestone is fucking me. Pause. But also not pause. It is just straight up fucking me. What the hell? What the hell was that? And I'm just like, dude, I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm saying I don't know a lot, but truth be told, that's honestly, genuinely how I'm feeling. It's like, I'm lost. Because I see the A Small Dive Into series as something that I have slowly started to grow very passionate about. A part of me has slowly realized as I made those videos, those first two, like the Knocked and the first off, I guess it's not a small dive into, but I made special episode 115 for 115 day. A part of me made that episode and I was like, this is goated. I want to do this more often. Like, I want to make a video like this more often where I just kind of play and talk about something that I am absolutely like I fawn over, you know what I mean? But then a part of me was also like, but I don't know. I don't know if I could do that kind of video. Just because of the fact that like I got passionate. Because of the fact that I got passionate about it, a part of me is like, I want to do it justice, but I know where I stand now, I don't think I could do it justice. So as I guess I record this, you know, content diary, whatever type of shit, this Isaac episode, where I also managed to fumble quite possibly what could have been one of the greatest Isaac runs I've had next to that C-section mom's knife shit I had as Tainted Eden, which I'm still very surprised about, that my first Tainted Eden run managed to pull off a crazy broken synergy off of one of its transformations. And also get, I think I got all the unlocks that I wanted to get, which was Mega Satan. I got Delirium too, but I don't think I wanted to get Delirium. I think I was just doing it because I was like, why not? We have a broken run, let's go for it. But I don't think like Delirium was a priority numero uno, you feel me? Little Gish. Reason I didn't grab the other ones because I have -2 luck, and I don't think I don't think it's that useful if I can't consistently, what's the word I'm thinking of? If I can't consistently have the enemies fight each other. But yeah, dude, a part of me is just like, I think I've gotten too attached to the series where I know I want what's best for it, and I know I cannot supply what is best for it. At least not at my current skill. But I'm also not actively like taking the steps to kind of, you know, a part of me hates it because I'm not actively taking the steps to be like, oh, I want to make this peak. I want to make this something peak. You feel me? And so I feel dumb. I feel stupid, man. I'm just like, God, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me, dude? I don't know what to call this feeling, you know? I don't know what to call this. This emotion I have, where I want it to be good, but I know I don't have the skill to make it good, but I'm not actively pursue. You know, it's like if I want to make it good, I have to make the kind of content that I need to see it be. I think I have an idea. A part of me has an idea that I don't know. We'll see how I go about it, but I had an idea of maybe I make these a small dive into series, and later down the line, I guess you would call it, you know, later on down the line when I have the knowledge, the skill, what I think is the best effort to make it its best, you know, how I want to see it be, is I just essentially remake the episode, you know what I mean? But a part of me is also like, I don't know how I feel about remaking an episode of something that I've done before. You feel me? Slop content, dare I say? Even though I don't think that's necessarily true, but it's like, bro's remaking content, you know what I mean? Like, bro's reusing the bit type shit. And I'm not gonna lie, a part of me is like scared. Not scared, but it's like, I don't want to do that. A part of me just wants to do it right the first time, you know what I mean? Yo, if I die here, like I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know. I don't know what I do. But just I'm trapped, brother. I'm trapped. I'm trapped in my own mind, in my own head over this. And I know, like, I know it's kind of stupid, but it's got me. I got the bug. I got the bite, you know? It's got me in its grasp, and I want to see it be good. We'll see. We'll see how I go about it. I could end up essentially making the episodes and then just remaking them later in life. But I don't fucking know, man. I'm just I don't know. But I guess to go off of this, I was playing, what's it called? I was playing 9, and it just, like, something awoke in me, bro. When I was playing 9 again the other day, I was like, dude, I need to make a video on this map. I know I had that special episode where I ran the whole Easter egg and such, but like quality wise, it wasn't recorded in a high quality. I think it looks kind of bad. In general, I think the commentary was fine. I definitely had a lot to yap about, and you know, going over the whole zombies shtick. I think commentary wise is really good. Just quality wise and how I think it looks, it doesn't look like good at all. It's definitely like noticeably bad quality compared to the other videos, like the Ancient Evil gameplay. That one was that whole video was a test to see what one looks better. That one noticeably looks better. And now also the World at War videos, or not necessarily tests, but I was experimenting kind of with how I want it to look, and the World at War videos also noticeably look way better compared to the Black Ops 4 video, which is a crazy thing to say considering one of them's a fucking 16-year-old game come this year. SMB super fan, baby! Man, I'm lost, dude. I'm lost, man. I feel I don't know. I wanted to make the Ancient Evil video. I want to make the 9 video. I want to make a videos on all the maps that I fucking lose my shit over, dude. Trust me, I could gush about how much I love Origins. I could gush about how much I love Mob, how much I love Shadows, but who doesn't love Shadows, you know? You feel me? Everyone's always calling it like best zombies map all time. Not saying I disagree, but you know, I'm not necessarily breaking ground with my opinion is what I'm saying. But it's just like, yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe, look, I don't want to give a time frame as to, because I feel like that is a whole bunch of any sort of content creator's mistake, is trying to give a time frame to something that they definitely don't know themselves but when it's going to come out, you know? I've seen it happen many a time with content creators try to be like, hey, look, I have this thing in development, I'm hoping to get it out by blank or something, you know, along those lines. And then that time comes and it's not even it's nowhere near done. Recently happened with the Shofu Cypher. If you guys don't know, Shofu, he's a Pokemon content creator, and every couple years he does a Pokemon Cypher with like him and a whole bunch of other PokeTubers or Poke content creators. And recently had one, he did like a whole contest to see which, what's the word I'm thinking of? Which artists would be featured on it. He had a whole contest of like fan submissions to be like, hey, which one of you guys are gonna get to feature on the Cypher? Whole bunch of applicants, whole contest happened. It was great. It was amazing for content wise. Like, it was hilarious. But then, you know, thing came out. Don't make me fight Great Gideon, please. This run is over. I hate this. Ash Pit fucking blows. Have mercy on my soul. I think for me specifically, it's those ghost fucks, dude. Those ghost fucks are the ones that get me, man. It's annoying as all hell. Because they don't appear right away. You know, that's the part that kills me. It's the fact that they don't fucking appear right away. And they make it so damn annoying. Here's what we're gonna do. It's that simple. We just get 2 Sacred Hearts. Oh, it didn't double my damage even more? It just made my tears worse? I mean, I'm not upset necessarily. I just thought it would be better. Oh well. Cool though. Double Sacred Heart, that's solid. Definitely no run I had earlier, but I mean, still solid. But you know, he ended up having a whole deal where he's gonna be like, guys, we're gonna get the cipher out this year. Ended up not happening that year at all, and it was like there were some delays, but don't worry, we're gonna put it out this time, end of October. We're gonna put out the cipher. End of October rolled around, delayed it again, and it was kind of just like, you know, apart like me, I was just like, dude, it sucks because one, I think in my opinion, when it hurts to have your expectations fail to be met is like, you know, when you're given not a date per se. You know, I think it's my bad. My apologies for the pause. It's not when your apologies, not when your expectations are failed to meet, but it's like, say you get a time, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make this video. It's gonna come out Sunday. Sunday rolls around. You're like, oh, I'm excited for this new thing from this person. Said it was gonna come out Sunday. Sunday happens, doesn't drop. For me, I'm like disappointed because it's just like, damn, you know, I was expecting something good and then nothing happens. I'm just like, oh, well, this sucks. That's where you end up getting the people that are like, you know, expect the worst, hope for the best, but expect the worst kind of deal. Where it's like, if you have low expectations, then you can never be disappointed kind of shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, I get that to a degree, but also that seems like it sucks. One. And so it sucked when he was like, oh, end of October, cipher dropping. End of October rolls around, nothing happens. And so that's why I don't want to give a time frame for any sort of small dive into Shi No Numa or anything like that. Any zombies related content. Because I don't know when I'm going to get around to making it. Ooh, hold on. Dodge is on point as always. All right, I think that's everything here, so we should just go. Damn it, I don't have pennies lying around because I am gonna have to sacrifice HP for this. Yeah, give me a sec. I need to find pennies because there's no way I'm running through their mausoleum or Gehenna, none of that BS. I'm not going through that without any sort of HP like protecting me. You know what I mean? That's. Son of a bitch. Okay. Hematemesis? Would that even work? Hematemesis is for HP. Oh, okay. Alright, we're gonna have to find the secret room. Not there, not there. Could be under here. Nope, impossible. To the left, maybe? We need to find the secret room because if there's any pennies in there, I'm gonna need that ASAP. Because like I said, otherwise we're just gonna fucking die. And I can't have that happen. Not again. Last run was too good for me to have royally fucked it up that bad. Okay, I think I know where. It's gonna be down. Right? No? Okay, I know. It's gonna up here between the chase room and then up right here. Nice. There you go. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. That's what I need. That is what I need. But yeah. I don't know when I'm gonna make the Shi No Numa video. And I want to do it soon. But I haven't even decided like what kind of content do I want to make. Do I want to make it scripted? Do I just want to off the cuff it kind of deal? Or do I just say, you know, fuck the formula and I just decide, F it, let's make like Ancient Evil or 9, you know? Because the whole reason I'm even doing, it's not that I don't like, once again, it's not that I don't like Shino, but it's just, logistically speaking, that's the next map that comes out, you know? It goes Nacht, Verrückt. Hell, the fact that I even made a video on Nacht actually should just show I'm just probably just gonna end up committing to, what's it called? I'm just probably gonna end up committing to doing it in chronological, or in release order. Because Nacht, was that impossible to dodge? What was up with that? What the hell? Man, okay, alright. We gotta... What are we thinking here? Fruitcake? Not happening. Parasitoid? Oh yeah, we're doing Parasitoid. Triple shot? We do have negative luck, but triple shot makes this a no-brainer. But it's just like, It's not a question. I will do Shinonuma, but I just don't know when. It's funny because I was even kind of not experimenting, but I guess a part of me wants to do at least some sort of research because it's been fucking forever since I played that map. I remember most of the Easter eggs. Like, I know the whole, like, what is it? There's like a, oh, I think this is specifically for the Black Ops 1 edition. But there's like Edward's diary that you can interact with that causes the laugh. But I remember the music Easter egg. I remember like most of the radio shits. I remember the radio when I was a kid used to freak me the hell out because it was like speaking in like this slowed down, not demonic voice, but you know, I was just like, the hell's going on? Can't even go into the devil deal. We can't afford anything in there. That might be everything. Shit. Oh, I blew up the rock. Okay, let's try and find the secret room at least. I think if we can find that, I'll be fine. Here? I feel good. I feel good here. Okay. Never mind, fuck me, I guess. But I don't know, man. I'll see. I'll just end up seeing what I do with that whole thing. But I think I should at least make the video soon. I don't know, man. It's not that I'm like super committed to these Isaac episodes, but I just find myself having less and less kind of time to a degree. 'Cause, I mean, I've said it before. I've talked about like my whole schedule kind of deal where it's like I get off work, I play games with my friends. If I'm not playing games with my friends, then... Well, it's not that I'm not playing games with my friend, but like now that I've started going back to the gym again, I have to take essentially an hour and a half off in order to go to the gym, come back, eat food, shower. You know, like that's no brainer, that's a staple. But if I do that, then I'm gonna have less time to play with my friends, which sucks because they already have a sort of limited time to play, you know, you feel me? Considering like we all got like jobs and shit. So I mean, it's not a tough situation. I don't think I'm like going through it, one might say. It's like a first world problem kind of sort of deal, you know what I mean? You guys understand what the hell I'm trying to say here. But, I mean, that's a problem that I have. So that's why it kind of sucks. Yeah, it's a first world problem, but like, it's like my first world problem, you know? Something that affects me. So I need to figure out a schedule, at least. Once I can figure out a schedule where I can fit Isaac recordings, and then also fit in... Because, I mean, granted, if I were to script it, that would mean I would be able to freely record whenever the fuck I want, essentially, which is a good thing. That, in my opinion, is like, that's damn good. Okay, let's pop you, and then Book of Belial. I'm surprised it took us this damn long in order to get, what's the word I'm thinking of? In order to get use of our school bag. We got school bag like first floor or something. Look at that. There it is. It's the third item I ever got. So it's like first or second floor we got a school bag. And then yeah, we got Diplo earlier, but like, I mean, besides that was about it, bro. We haven't had any other item like that drop. Ares, farting baby. I mean, sure. Not God's greatest item, but it's a item. What is this, Mausoleum 2? I don't think I make creep. I think a little bit of creep, so I might as well just take that. I mean, I don't know. Still trying to decide. I mean, we're not making use out of what's that item anymore, Storky. So I guess we'll just take. In the instance that we do get some sort of creep spawn, it'll be good. And then Tarot Cloth, 100,000%. Temperance. Fuck you. Only 2 pennies. That is very useful. Thanks, game. You know what's weird? What is up with this? I'm about to blow this up, and it makes the whole like thing. How does it do that? What the hell? I'm excited. I am very excited though. I don't think we have a game winning run. Like, we got some crazy go to damage, but I mean, I managed to throw a run with fucking Tech X and Cricket's body. So, truth be told, I can throw anything. It's just a matter of can bro tough it out and actually pull through with it. All right. I don't want to say all doubts are removed, but I did kind of kill that boss in like 2 shots. But you never know, you know, play it better safe than sorry. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, brother. I'm a little worried. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Part of me is a little worried. Because what if I just get a BS room and I kill myself? You know what I mean? Circumstances outside of my scope just so happened to fuck me, you know? Pause. Dude, the entire area is green. Please have mercy. Okay, thank God. But I mean, you can see what's going on. But I mean, yeah, you know, talking the zombies shit aside, I'll talk a little bit more about zombies just because, I mean, why the hell not? Shattered Veil coming out. What day is it today? 3:30. Shattered Veil is coming out mad soon. I cannot fucking wait, dude. I've been so excited for this map because, I mean, I've said it before. I thought the tomb was good. I know a lot of people don't like the tomb. One, I think it definitely had a problem with the whole, not Easter egg, but what's the word I'm thinking of? The fact that it kind of lacked an end cutscene because of the whole, like, you know, voice actor or strike or whatever. But map wise, I thought it was still very fun. I thought it was good. I still need to beat it, granted, you know. At this point, I played it for like, I don't even know why the hell I stopped playing it. It might have been like in the middle of like a Marvel Rivals craze or something. And you know what's funny is that as soon as my apologies. But funny enough, new Monster Hunter shit comes out, dude. Literally day afterwards. So I'm gonna need whoever's on the case to get that, what's it called? Get that Easter egg solved ASAP. So as soon as it drops, as soon as, you know, because essentially I still work on the 2nd. So here's the plan. New map comes out. I'm gonna try to actively avoid any sort of thing about the map. I will play it. As soon as I clock off work, I will play the map with my friend. We're gonna probably do like 1 or 2 just run-throughs of the map on, you know, like default shit. And then afterwards, after like we experience some of the stuff and we, you know, we get to be like, oh wow, this is so cool. We're gonna play and we're gonna do the Easter egg as it's like kind of being written out, because the way it always goes is people end up figuring out the Easter egg, but they don't tell anyone. And, you know, they're making their own videos, recording their own videos and whatnot. And I understand, you know, obviously I understand, gotta make your living somehow. You know, whether you're a whatever content creator, I get it, trust. But for someone like me who just wants to do the damn Easter egg, I essentially end up just going to Reddit and following some random ass guide written by like a whole bunch of Redditors. Tony relying on Reddit? Yeah, I rely on Reddit sometimes. Look, I can shit on Reddit all the fucking time for the stupid shit that happens there, but also go to it in my time of need, because I understand. Not everyone on Reddit is insane. Not everyone on Reddit is dumb or says stupid shit. There are cool people there. There are absolutely cool peeps there. But it's just, you know, the Tony meme or whatever. How was I supposed to dodge that one? I'm gonna be real. How the hell am I supposed to dodge that one? Let's go, baby! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scream. That's why he's MVP! But yeah, I'm essentially gonna do the Easter egg just following guides, following written guides, because no video guide's gonna come out until like 2 fucking days later. But we did it! Sick. I threw a run, but I managed to pull another goated one out of thin air. Anyways, want to thank y'all for watching. If you guys did enjoy, greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or good night, depending on the time reviewing this. Oh, and one last thing. I think I've definitely started the outro, so they're not watching anymore. Shout out. Give me one moment. Not Evil Socks, for letting me know you do not need to be Isaac specifically to unlock the Lost. Greatly appreciate that. I will most likely just start farming Eden runs to maybe try to rig it. But thank you for letting me know that. Anyways, want to thank y'all for watching. If you guys did enjoy, greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or good night, depending on the time reviewing this. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.